Welcome to your introduction to the EHS course. Now, this course is the fruit of 18 years of work and has been used by God to transform tens of thousands of people in their walk with Christ around the world. The EHS course introduces two large biblical truths that are missing in most present-day discipleship efforts: emotional health and contemplative spirituality. So it looks at, in terms of emotional health, how you cannot separate emotional health and spiritual maturity. And then also it looks at how we need to slow down spirituality so we really can walk with Christ. And it's these two things together that offer nothing short of a spiritual revolution in our lives and transform the deep hidden places in us. Now, the course has 8 sessions. It begins with 1, the problem of emotionally unhealthy spirituality. Secondly, it looks at know yourself that you may know God. Thirdly, it looks at going back to go forward. Fourthly, it talks about journeying through the wall. Fifthly, it talks about enlarging your soul through grief and loss. Sixthly, it looks through discovering the rhythms of the daily office and Sabbath. Seventhly, it talks about growing into an emotionally mature adult. And finally, it looks at taking the next step to develop a rule of life. And we found at New Life Fellowship Church, as well as some other churches around the world, that we needed to move this EHS material from a small group curriculum into an actual course, much like Alpha has done with evangelism. And we did this because of 3 real concerns. The first is that we wanted every member and committed person in our church to understand the values that we walk out with Jesus in our discipleship. Secondly, we wanted to ensure the long-term integration of EHS into every aspect of our church. And thirdly, this was so important that we wanted to ensure a high-quality experience, and so therefore we centralized it. And this has been used now by so many other churches, and it really has been wildly successful. But what makes the EHS course particularly powerful is the combination of the Emotionally Healthy Spirituality book, the EHS course workbook, and the EHS day-by-day book. The Emotionally Healthy Spirituality book provides a large biblical and thoughtful read to help people think deeply about each topic. The EHS course workbook that we spent years developing provides practical applications and an opportunity to talk about these deep things. And then the EHS day-by-day, daily office or devotional, introduces you to this great concept of slowing down for the daily office, meeting with God not once a day, but twice or maybe 3 times a day, and integrating things like silence and scripture and prayer. The beauty is that the EHS day-by-day devotional accompanies the EHS course workbook and the EHS book themes. And again, the 3 of these elements together make it unique and very powerful. This is an opportunity for you to experience a life with God that goes beyond tip of the iceberg spirituality. It presents a doorway to walk through so that your spiritual life might be reignited as you cultivate afresh your own personal relationship with Jesus. It's also a moment to grasp the indispensable link between spiritual and emotional maturity and to grow into a more loving person. So I bless you as you consider embarking on this EHS course. And I pray that it will mark a whole new beginning for you in your walk with Jesus and your service to Him.